La escritora galesa Sarah Waters se ha ganado a pulso ser considerada una de las escritoras británicas más potentes del momento. Estudiante de literatura inglesa en las universidades de Lancaster y Kent, esta mujer, que ya ha publicado 4 novelas, ha conseguido un éxito y reconocimiento considerables, con premios como el Somerset Maugham, el British Book Award, además de haber sido finalista del Booker y el Orange. Aunque se ha convertido en un icono para los seguidores de la literatura gay, Waters ha conseguido llegar a un público muy amplio, con historias como la que hoy nos ocupa, una ronda nocturna llena de luz.
Estamos en el Parador Nacional de Santiago de Compostela porque a Sarah Waters le acaban de conceder el premio Casino de esta ciudad, un premio que es muy especial porque no lo concede un jurado al uso, sino ciudadanos de diferentes ámbitos de aquí de Santiago de Compostela. ¿Le ha hecho una ilusión especial quizás por eso?
Yes, I think it is a very, very special prize, precisely because it involves the whole community of people, you know, it involves readers, booksellers. You know, I've never tried to be exclusive with my books. I've always wanted my books to be very accessible, and so the fact that you know, I want them to reach as many people as they can, and this is a prize that seems to relish that kind of approach to writing.
Ronda Nocturna es una novela coral donde encontramos varios protagonistas, principalmente mujeres. Hay 4 mujeres cuyas vidas se entrecruzan en ese Londres de la Segunda Guerra Mundial y de la posguerra. Hay una mujer que trabaja en una agencia de citas, una enfermera, una escritora. Pero, sin embargo, usted nos tenía acostumbrados a novelas ambientadas en el siglo XIX. ¿Por qué ese salto en el tiempo?
I'd written 3 novels with a Victorian setting, and I loved the Victorian setting, but I did feel that I didn't want to get stuck in the 19th century. And something about the 40s appealed to me, in particular the post-war period. And then decided to make it a novel with many characters. We get lots of different points of view. It's written in the third person, which was another another departure for me. You know, it's sort of the style of the book mirrors the issues of the period, because this was a time of fragmentation, and this is a fragmented novel in which we see glimpses of people's lives. We don't get the whole picture.
Llama la atención esa estructura que va de adelante hacia atrás, del año 1947 a 1941. Es una estructura muy original.
So I've always actually been interested in novels and films or plays that move backwards like that. I think it's a really interesting way of telling a story. And also very like life. You know, when you meet somebody for the first time, what you're seeing is the current version of them. And then the process of getting to know somebody, getting intimate with somebody, is this almost archaeological uncovering of their past. So it made lots of sense for me to write the novel like that. It's a novel about characters who are all recovering from dramatic things that have happened to them during the war. So the novel peels back the layers of their lives and takes us back to the first point of their story.
Como en otras novelas suyas, el amor está muy presente, pero sobre todo el amor circunscrito a las relaciones homosexuales. ¿A usted le molesta esa etiqueta de algunos críticos cuando se refieren a usted como una escritora feminista que apuesta por los contenidos homosexuales?
Actually, I've never been troubled by labels. In fact, I've probably done as much as anybody to employ labels. You know, I think of myself as a woman writer, as a feminist writer, as a lesbian writer. But ultimately, of course, I'm also just a writer. But I do understand, you know, my books have significant lesbian characters often. It's important to me that's there, you know, that's part of the project of my writing. So while that's important to me in my work, of course I understand it's going to be used as a label.
Las sociedades occidentales suelen ser sociedades de doble moral, y sobre todo en épocas anteriores, por ejemplo en la que usted refleja en este libro, en los años 40 en Londres. Lo digo porque aquí vemos esas relaciones entre mujeres que viven su relación en secreto, porque es lógico, y sin embargo parece que eso no les afecta en el día a día, donde viven su relación de amor con muchísima intensidad.
But by the 1940s, you know, gay life was more visible, which you could have gay fashions, you know, gay pubs. It was more of a subculture, but also it was more vulnerable. There was more obvious homophobia around. So obviously for men, they were at risk of being arrested and sent to prison. Women could be sent to psychiatrists or lose their jobs. I mean, these were very real dangers for gay people. So my gay characters in The Night Watch, yes, they both have a lot of confidence about their sexuality, but they also have to be quite careful. You know, often they meet at home, very domestic. They don't have much of a public. So I was very conscious of that mix of confidence and danger.